Hello everyone, KirbyVolt here, and welcome back to Let's Play Mega Man ZX. In the last episode, we fought off against a ancient foe, the foe known as Omega, a main antagonist from the Mega Man Zero series, the one who stole Zero's original body. And, for fighting that secret, very tough boss, we got an item. We got the Mysterious Rock, which we unfortunately can't do anything with right now, because in order to use it, we have to beat the game. However, 2 episodes ago, after we got to the Model W core and some stuff started to go down, apparently Serpent's forces started attacking an area to the west of Area to the east of Area D. So, today, we're going to take the mission on Repel the Army. I'm picking up a sudden Maverick outbreak in Area O. The Maverick Army is heading down the highway right for the residential district. Head to Area O and respond to the Maverick threat. We will take the mission, and luckily, getting to this area, since it is east of Area D, we can just use the Area D transports. Very handy, that. And in fact, this is probably one of the easiest stages to get to, besides, I think, Area I, actually. Area I is probably the easiest one to get to. Because, as I get rammed over by Mets, get back up. You give me health. You give me health for your insolence. Also, I freaking hate these things. I think I mentioned my dislike of these enemies, but we haven't dealt with them a lot as of late. Okay. There should be a ladder. I don't think this ladder was here last time, or we didn't have the ability to use it, because I believe we do need to use Model H. But just going up this ladder right here, and not going this way, that's the way to E-crystals. We're going up this ladder, dealing with obnoxiousness enemies that are obnoxious, and watching for spikes. Going in here will allow us to go straight to Area O. Ven, you made it to Area O. The Maverick Army is drawing closer to the residential district with every passing second. We need to stop them and avoid as many Guardian casualties as possible. Find the Maverick leading them and take it out. Area O is probably one of my favorite stages in the game. I know I said Area L, but Area O, I just love, this cool background of the siege. It's a very intense stage, because it's meant to be pretty much one of the first, final stages. Kind of if you're doing a Wily Fortress, this would be, I guess, Wily Fortress Stage 2. Since Area M would have covered Stage 1, essentially. But I just love this area. This song is really great. This cool, it's a good use of the assets that Area D had, but then making it kind of more menacing in a way. Also, was that health? No, that was not health. I want health, but whatever. Also, these cannons are here, and these cannons are obnoxious. Okay, bye. I was just like, ha! It didn't hit me! And then the satellite thing came and swooped down from above to say, nope. Well, I tried. But yeah, who could be causing the Maverick outbreak? Obviously, Serpent's the main cause of this, but who would he lead in charge to do something so important? And I mean, look at, that's Area C over there, essentially. And hey, we get this again. We get to fight more of these. Which can be kind of obnoxious, because these guys do take a while to destroy, but it's still a lot of fun. I like this a lot. You get this kind of really cool siege feeling that's going on of this area. I just love this music track, 'cause it's so, I feel like it's so ominous when you use very few instruments to do this kind of more dark-type track. I mean, it's a DS sound font, so it's not real instrumentation. But you can tell they're trying to make this kind of more piano, very, somber-type feeling for this area. And it just works so well. There's so many good things this game does well as for its visuals and for its music that this really sets the mood perfectly. And I don't think I've praised it enough for that. I also don't think I'm going to survive this. I was right. The unfortunate thing about Area O is that Area O1 is this big, long section. You do need to complete this entire area in one go. Luckily, the boss is not around here, so you'll get a little bit of a breather, but not a ton. So, Satellite Dude, I really don't like you doing that. Thank you. think most interestingly is that they have the Slither Inc. buildings in the background right there. It's that big building with the crystals on top of it. You can destroy those cannons? Okay. Learn something new every day. But it gives us like really ominous feeling, because it's like that's his own headquarters. Like, he's like, just bomb everything. I don't care if it's near me. Bomb it. Destroy everything. Serpent's kind of a huge jerk. But is he really? Maybe Serpent's not that bad of a guy, and maybe he's just being used. I mean, they did hint at that. Whether or not that's the case remains to be seen. Yeah, I'm not falling for that. Let's see if I can just destroy this really quickly. Well, I destroyed it quick-ish. Quick-e. That is, I mean, that's kind of a word. And, like, you have the moon and the stars up there, like, this area is just really cool looking. I love, and, like, there's another section of that's gonna get really cool of how ominous this area is. Anywho, so that takes care of the dropships trying to kill us. And beyond there, I believe, there's a door. Yay for door, because I believe this now leads us into Area O2. That is correct, and that's the this is the other section of Area O. I love this section because you have these buildings, and you have these guys popping out of them. I don't know why, but like the fact that this place on fire, and you have these guys putting things more on fire. But lots of fire, because there's the fire, there's this guy. It's like, it feels really jeopardizing, the way that they set this up. And I love that these enemies crash out of the glass. It just makes them seem really cool. But besides that, I think, like, I'm not trying to, like, what else to talk about other than I love this area. I have kind of hinted at that who could be behind who could be the leader of this Maverick outbreak. And I'm just gonna flat out say it. It's two characters we've seen already, and they're my favorite characters in this series. The reason why is because they have a lot of cool character stuff going on. They hint at a bigger picture, and they are the main driving force of the overall story of both Mega Man ZX games. And that's what makes them so much fun as characters, because both of them kind of have a grasp of the bigger picture, and they allude to it, just like a very well-written RPG, which, unfortunately, there aren't a lot of those these days. Maybe these guys should, maybe the staff at Inti Create should make an RPG. Action RPG, using this kind of elements. Anywho, beyond this door is actually not anything important. Unless you like saving. Strangely, they put a transporter right here, should you want to use it. And for the first time ever in this Let's Play, I'm going to be showing you off saving my game, because I think it's important to save right here. You notice that cleared file? It should have had something a bit special if you caught a quick glimpse at it. We'll be showing that off in a bonus episode, hopefully. Now, Area O itself is not much longer after this part. There's one little thing left to deal with before we get to the main boss, but it won't be that big of a deal. Hopefully, anyways. As, like, this area seems like it's so impending and dooming and stuff. And those words make sense. I guess if anything, it reminds me now of Mighty Switch Force 2, or I guess Mighty Switch Force 2 reminds me of this game, and I just love the way this looks. It just looks so good. This is all just, like, nice done sprite work. Anywho's, guess what? That tentacle boss from Area J wants revenge. Why? I don't know, but we're gonna fight it here for some reason. The new thing it has going for it is these 4 blue tentacles. These are probably the most obnoxious things because they can shoot you and they come from all the little pods. But otherwise, it's pretty much the same boss as before. It's nothing too dangerous to write home about. I do believe the tentacles can bunch up into a bit of a few different shapes this time, specifically that yellow tentacle, which can become problematic, but it became problematic when we were fighting it earlier, since my practice run was completely different. Let's see. Wow, you're really liking the blue tentacles today. I'm not a big fan of the blue tentacles. I believe if you want to damage it, you have to destroy all those tentacles, and that takes a while. So I'd rather just go for the easy targets like the red ones there. And also oh, okay. It's like I do it usually way too fast. There's the yellow tentacle. There's it's doing that weird bunch up that makes it kind of hard to hit. But, ow. But, oh, and wow, that was a bad set to go through there. There. I'll take some damage just to say, screw you. Really weird that this boss is in this area, considering this was supposed to be an underwater boss, essentially. And now it's just in this burning city place, because sense, I guess. And this is actually all still part of Area 02. This is all one big section. So that's kind of why they put the save room there, because it is a lot to go through. You have to do that mini-boss, and then you get to this cool, this awesome part where the city's on fire. This just looks so fantastic. Now, this part is actually very short, so my suggestion to you, if you want to, because the boss is actually right there, there's no boss door or anything, you'll just be going right to it. My suggestion is just to kind of catch some health as much as possible, just so you can be stocked up and maybe have a sub-tank or two ready to go. So, I'll be doing that very quickly here, and I'll meet you back after a quick speed up. I need to collect the health, not the E-crystals. Derp. Alright. Now I know what you're probably thinking. KV, why the heck do you need to build up your sub-tanks? I mean, you beat Omega last time, and, A, the Let's Playing curse, because, you know, you play a lot worse when you're in recording than you do on your own. And B, I beat Omega because we had full sub-tanks. That's gonna be the honest case here. I'm definitely not the best at these Mega Man games. I'm never going to state that I'm good at them. I just love playing them. But having the sub-tanks kind of makes them a lot more bearable for myself. That's why I filled them up, and that's why I suggest you do too, in case you're having a hard time. Now, the boss we're fighting is my favorite boss in the game, so let's get to it. I should have known you two were behind this. Pandora and Prometheus. Well, we've finally drawn the curtain, and have arrived at our final act. You and Serpent, the two holders of the power, fighting each other to the end. Yes. It was just as Model W had foreseen. Model W? What about Serpent?
Biometal is a conscious entity. It can control the weak.
Did you really think Serpent had the willpower to control Model W? He's just a simple pawn. You've been using Serpent from the start.
It is too late. Model W, about to awaken.
We'll keep you occupied while you wait, Mega Man, Model ZX. And so, we fight against Prometheus and Pandora, both in tandem. This boss fight is a combination of the two boss fights that we had with them earlier, so the one with Pandora in Area M, and the one with Prometheus attack the Guardian ship. Most of their attacks should be familiar, so if you're familiar with them, it won't be that big of a deal. They do have some new attacks, though, that are in combination with each other, so watch out for those. Otherwise, yeah, it's pretty much just a combination of those two boss fights. But in doing so, I think it is one of the most fun boss fights just to have. The music, of course, is great. I love this track. And the setting and everything is perfect. You got this great fiery type background going on here. You have them both discussing like the true nature of what Model W really is, and it kind of, again, alludes to the bigger story at hand. And that's just so interesting because technically Serpent is our final antagonist of this game. But yet these two, despite bearing the Serpent sigil on their despite bearing the Serpent sigil on their boss information, they don't really work for him. They have been using him from the start, for reasons unknown. Well, I know what they are, but we won't find that out until the sequel. And I kind of like that. It's a very good setup, and I really appreciate the time and amount of detail they went into getting this story to have this big, kind of grandiose thing thought out. Overall, like, I don't think this boss is that hard, but that's because, again, it's a combination of things you've done before. You've fought this boss before. You fought both of these guys before. So nothing should be that surprising. That said, keep your guard up. Not a bad thing to do. This attack right here, this I believe is the new attack, it's pretty easy. You just block those away. And Prometheus will always come down and dive bomb after that attack. He'll always have those flames in the exact same 4 areas, so just kind of move to the center. And I finally nailed that move getting over his scythe thing. Good for me. I just love these two characters, and when you find out what their backstory is, you kind of like, it's kind of amazing, like, a lot of the character development that goes into these two characters. They're kind of the main stars of the Mega Man ZX series to me. And that's why I look forward to Let's Playing the sequel, because that's something that's always going to happen at some point. I mean, the whole reason I'm actually Let's Playing this game right now is for the setup for the sequel, because the sequel is one of my favorite Mega Man games of all time. Not that this one's bad at all, this one's great, but, the sequel has a lot of good things going for it. Including the part where I almost die! Oh, whoa. Okay, well that's kind of cool, because he looks damaged, so it looks like it was an intense fight. Good job.
Just who are you if you're not in League of Serpents? We are the voice of Model W.
If you want to know more, you'll have to face Model W. You, Serpent, the citizens of this country. All of you were just players on a stage, acting out your parts just as Model W had written them.
The Maverick activity is finally subsiding. You must have taken out their leader.
It's not over yet. Have you pinpointed Model W's current location?
I'm sorry. We're going to need a little more time on that. Vince, come back to Guardian HQ while we try to find it. Vince, we've tracked down Model W's location.
That was fast.
It's in the tallest building right in the center of the country. Slither Inc.'s head office. I'm detecting a huge concentration of energy amassing within the building. Something big is about to happen. It's going to be dangerous.
I know it'll be dangerous, but this is something I have to do.
Vince, I know it's a little late, but I'm so sorry I kept putting your life in jeopardy. If I never would have made that transporter request, you wouldn't have gotten wrapped up in all of this. And Kiro, I feel like I've caused you so much pain and suffering.
Please don't feel that way. I'm grateful to you.
Really? Why?
It's my fault I couldn't save Boss. I wasn't strong enough. But now I have the power of the biometal. Thanks to you and the biometal, I finally have the strength to protect the ones I care about.
Vince.
I'll be back soon. I'm off to end this nightmare.
The final mission data has been added to the transserver. Vince, make sure you come back to us, okay?
And with that, we will take our damaged body and healed up. There is no mission request to report for this one. Once this cutscene plays, the Area O mission is taken care of. And so all that leaves now is destroy Model W. We'll begin the assault of Slither Inc.'s headquarters next time. Thank you very much for watching this episode of Let's Play Mega Man ZX. If you like this video, please consider hitting that like button below. And if you want to see more content from me, please consider subscribing. Hope you're all having a great day, and I will see you on the next one. Until then, ciao!